What is going on, everybody? Unholy Vendetta here with Gamers LZ. Today we're going to be reviewing Doom Eternal. We're going to hit the high points and the low points. Enjoy.
Against all the evil that hell can conjure, all the wickedness that mankind can produce, we will send unto them only you. Rip and tear until it is done.
Man, oh man, where to begin with this amazing game? So I guess let's start off with just the overall updates that Doom Eternal has seen from 2016. So they've pretty much updated everything. The visuals look absolutely amazing. Much better textures, much better, gun details and stuff like that compared to Doom 2016. The actual enemy, like the updated enemy looks and everything, some of them I like actually the majority of them I like. There's only one that I don't like, and that was the Revenant. I felt like the Revenant looked better in Doom 2016 than it does in Doom 2020. With that said, though, still looks awesome, still looks fierce, so no complaints from me. Another thing I really want to hit real quick, the traversal methods. They really put more emphasis on platforming this time around, and I think that's absolutely awesome. You have a double jump, and they give you like a boost jump, like a little boost dash, or whatever you want to call it. And to me, it adds so much more verticality to the game, and it makes the game feel faster paced and a little more hectic as well. All in all, I love the platforming. I'm usually pretty hesitant about platforming in first-person shooter games just because they don't always get done very well, but id Software did a fantastic job, so kudos to you guys. Let's talk a little bit now about some of the new gadgets that they've introduced in Doom Eternal. So first and foremost, the Flame Belch. I actually thought that was a really cool little gadget they added. So pretty much, it kind of charges up over time, and whenever you deploy it, it shoots a flame, I guess, line out, and it is essentially, like a flamethrower. It's essentially napalm to your enemies. It sticks on them. The whole purpose of it, though, is whenever you're using it, it actually will make the enemies drop more shields for you. So they'll actually, like in intervals, drop X amount of shields. You can obviously level up, which we'll get to some of that other stuff in a second. But if you kill them, though, you get a nice shower of green shields for you, and it's a pretty cool little update there. They also added a nade launcher and a cryo launcher. You can actually switch back and forth, in real time, which I think is pretty awesome. There's also this sword. I can't remember what it's called for the life of me. I apologize, but it is freaking crazy. You can go through and just lop people in half. You can get some Hell Knights. You can get some just whole bunch of different crazy enemies and just kill them in one shot. And if you're playing on a higher difficulty, once you get this, because you get it towards the end of the game, spoiler alert, but you get it, it will come in handy. And if you're playing on a higher difficulty, you're definitely going to want to utilize that for sure. Another positive about this game, I have to say, is it retains what made 2016's Doom so great. That nitty-gritty, action-packed, in-your-face gameplay that, Doom 3 kind of strayed away from. With that said, I like Doom 3, but we're not going into that. That's a different game. Overall, though, it knows what people want. More importantly, they know what their fans want, and they delivered on it tenfold once again. The game has actually seen, I think, like an overall increase in difficulty, and I think it's definitely for the better. I played the game originally on the Ultraviolence difficulty, and let me tell you, it took me about 15 hours to complete the game on that difficulty setting. Now, for the video footage you're seeing in the background, I actually started a new campaign because I'm an idiot and I accidentally deleted the old one. So I can't go back and show all you guys all the levels, but I actually did play this one on the normal difficulty. I think it's Hurt Me Plenty or whatever it is. I did that just for the fact that so I could just kind of run through the game, but I honestly 100% suggest everybody that buys this game to play it on at least Ultraviolence the first playthrough. That is, in my opinion, the way the game is meant to be enjoyed. It is difficult, but you feel so freaking like just exuberant when you finally kill or get past this, this mob of enemies. Much like Dark Souls, whenever you continue to die and die and die by the same boss over and over again. You finally beat it. You just have this like exhilarating feeling, and it's like, yeah, you, kind of thing. It's great, man. Like again, ultraviolence is the way to go, 100%. Another thing returning from Doom 2016 is the actual composer, Mick Gordon. He does Doom Eternal soundtrack as well, and let me tell you, it is just as good, if not better, than 2016's Doom. It gets you pumped up, man. I do kind of wish, though, that some of the music continued to play even after the fighting was done. I understand that, it's supposed to, like, lift you up when you're in those big, crazy, hairy battles, but I don't know. That would be one of my gripes, is I really wish that the heavy, awesome metal riffs and everything were kind of displaced out through the actual game itself, outside of the fights. Because as soon as you get down to fight, it just kind of goes to quiet, and it's like, meh. But anyway, that's a very minor gripe that I have. So a lot of things that people will notice whenever they're first getting into Doom Eternal is they took away the pistol. And I believe it's for the better. I always felt that the pistol really kind of took you out of the fast-paced gameplay. Plus, it was weak and, in my opinion, kind of pointless anyway. Now, you start off immediately with the shotgun, that beefy, great combat pump-action shotgun, and it is amazing. It still feels great, it sounds even better than it feels, and it's definitely one of the staples in Doom Eternal. You also actually get your super shotgun, so it's a little later in the game whenever you actually find that weapon, but whenever you do, it is amazing. The new meat hook and everything that comes with it, you'll be gliding around and slingshotting off of enemies. It's great. It's definitely a fun, another addition to the game. The chainsaw makes its appearance again as well. If y'all played Doom 2016, y'all know what the chainsaw is for. You use the chainsaw whenever you run out of ammo, because you will be running out of ammo this time around. And pretty much you chainsaw one of the enemies, and that pretty much spurts out a big fountain of ammo out of them. Using the exact same way for the most part, so there's really no change there, but there really didn't need to be. I thought the chainsaw was perfect in Doom 2016. Let's kind of touch on the finishers now. So there have been a whole bunch of new animations kind of done for the finishing stuff in Doom Eternal, and they're pretty freaking awesome. This is another place where I feel like a gripe will come to play. After about the 4-hour mark, you've pretty much seen the vast majority of finishers that you're going to see in playing Doom Eternal. Now granted, the different angles you come at an enemy, it will change up that animation, but for the most part though, if you're like me, it's just, I guess it might just be the way that I play, you'll see that it's mainly just coming from the front and doing the finisher, because I popped him a few times with the shotgun. That to me got kind of stale. I wanted to see more variety, even from the same approach, from the same angle. But again, another small nitpick, nothing really too severe. Another one of the new additions to, I guess, your repertoire of ways to kill people is called a blood punch. So pretty much the more finishes you do, the more that blood punch meter kind of fills up. And whenever you finally fill up that blood punch meter, you can unleash a devastating melee attack that just absolutely just thwarts all sorts of enemies like out of your path, cuts them in half, and just decimates them. It's pretty neat, and it can definitely come in handy in a pinch. So again, if you're playing on ultraviolence, you're definitely going to want to learn how to use that blood punch efficiently. I know I kind of referenced the different weapon looks earlier, but there's one weapon in particular that they did change quite a bit in a way, and that was the plasma rifle. It returns from Doom 2016, except it has a redesign that resembles pretty much the original plasma rifle from like the old school original Dooms, Doom and Doom 2 and all that stuff. And I think it's a great touch. I love that look. I think it's a very nostalgic feeling to you. It's amazing. It's great holding it, it's awesome. I definitely approve of that change. Of course, the BFG 9000 returns. Pretty much arguably the most powerful weapon in the Doom universe is the BFG 9000. These actually will have like tendrils that'll snake out from the projectile, and it'll pretty much just deal massive damage to anything in its way that also returns from Doom 2016. However, we do have something new, well, new and not new. So it's the Unmaker. It's pretty much it's a reimagining of the Unmaker from Doom 64, but now it has a maker aesthetic. It uses the same type of ammo as the BFG, but it can only be unlocked after completing the Slayer Gates, which the Slayer Gates are things that you find while you're playing throughout the game. I believe there are only 6 Slayer Gates. I could be wrong, but I want to say 6. You go through it pretty much. It's just a super. A matter of fact, I actually have some footage of some Slayer Gate footage in the video right now, which I definitely gonna be playing for you guys because I want y'all to kind of get an idea of what the Slayer Gates is. It rewards you because you can potentially get the Unmaker. Outside of that, though, you also get, like the different weapon unlocks, and it goes towards 100%ing the game, the level itself, which, if you're like me, you're going to want to find all those secrets, you're going to want to find all those, the special encounters and all that stuff as well while you're playing the game. The one gun that is actually new is the Ballista. It replaces the Gauss Cannon from Doom 2016. But it's a heavy-hitting energy weapon, so it uses the same exact ammo as the plasma rifle does, and it has some really awesome attachments for it. There's one attachment that actually allows it to pretty much charge up a shot, and it sticks into an enemy and it blows up, causing massive damage to the enemy and some surrounding enemies as well. But there's also another one though where it charges up and it releases like this chain type of thing. It's a very long chain-like, I guess, projectile that goes out and pretty much hits anybody in the path. So it's almost like an energy shotgun shell kind of thing. So that's a pretty cool gun. Definitely check that one out if y'all get the chance, which I'm sure y'all will. So with all that said, I'm sure a lot of people are kind of waiting for the negatives. To be 100% with you guys, I really don't have many negatives. Overall, this is a great game. It's a great sequel, and it follows up very well. Story-wise, it's interesting. It keeps me, it kept me playing. It kept me interested. The gameplay-wise, yeah, you could argue it would get a little stale because, all you're doing is just killing stuff over and over again. But at the same time, though, I feel like the difficulty, the new difficulty that they introduced as far as, the up in difficulty, I feel like it definitely made an impact on not making this game so easy. That was one of my big complaints with Doom 2016, is that it was just too easy to me, even on the higher difficulties. So with that being said, I guess that would be a negative, just the monotony of just killing things, and nothing really breaking it up outside of the short few platforming pieces here and there. With that said, though, that's pretty much all the negatives I have. Everything else about this game is absolutely fantastic. I mean, it's definitely worth playing. Now, I will not be talking about the multiplayer in this review because I have not played it, and I don't really plan on playing it. But there are plenty of other people who have played the multiplayer who absolutely love it, and they said that it is also a big improvement from the previous Doom. With all that said, guys, I am really happy if y'all made it this far in the video. Please keep supporting me, keep subscribing, keep liking, and more importantly, comment down on the bottom, comment on this video. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what I'm doing well, let me know what I'm doing wrong, so that way I can help improve myself and give you guys better quality content. Anyway, love you guys. Thanks again for watching. I'll talk to you later, and Holy Vendetta out.